Hey out there, and welcome. I'm Kate and I'm glad you're here. This is our sleepy time yoga class for those times when you are looking for something to ease you into your bedtime routine, or maybe when you just want to practice that's a little more restful and a little more soothing than a power vinyasa flow. I have a bunch of props with me today. I have 3 blankets. If you can grab a couple blankets, a towel, anything at all for some support. 2 blocks just to have at the ready. Find a quiet spot, roll out your mat, or, get to bed. And let's do some yoga. Okay, so before we get started, you can take one of your blankets or your towels if you want and unfold it so it gives you more padded surface on your mat. You can also do this by your bed or in bed if you'd like, but we are going to start standing. So go ahead and stand up at the top of your mat, and you can grab some blocks right here. You're just going to take the blocks and just put them out in front. So they're there and they're ready for you. Take a moment and just feel the ground underneath your feet, whether it's your mat or carpet or hardwood floor in your room, wherever you are. Just feel your shoulders relax away from your ears and let your eyes close and take a couple breaths. So maybe this is the end of the day for you. And no matter what kind of day it was, good, bad, indifferent, crazy, restful, any of those things, just take a moment and maybe acknowledge the day. Some good, some bad. Acknowledge the things that happened, the things that you made happen. And then let them go, or at least usher them to the side. So you can be here right now, not in the past, not worrying or fretting, just right here in this moment, in this restful, quiet practice. Inhale. From here, you're going to sweep your arms up. You can keep your eyes closed if you want. Just reach your fingertips up. When you exhale, you're going to soften your knees and take a fold. You can round as you go and let your hands find the blocks. Keep those knees soft, and maybe your hands find the blocks. Maybe the blocks are high enough so your elbows can rest on them. Check out your head and your neck, but let that be soft, gentle. Feel your shoulders soften and feel the crown of your head just relax down. Don't worry about straightening your legs here. This isn't about finding the quote-unquote perfect looking posture, but just the perfect feeling posture. Maybe we don't even go there. Slide your fingertips to the blocks or your palms, halfway lift. You can work to straighten the legs here, nice long spine. When you exhale, just fold, bend your elbows. 2 more like that. Inhale, really press into the blocks. Take some of the weight out of your feet as you lengthen your spine. Exhale and fold it again. 1 more, halfway lift. And then a slow, easy fold here. You're going to keep those hands on your blocks, but maybe slide them back just a touch. Shift your weight to your right foot and step your left foot back. And then drop your left knee down. Keep your hands on the blocks. You can keep your chin tucked to your chest. Give your head a little shake here. So we're in this lunge, but it's easy, gentle. And then tuck your toes and just nice and easy step your left foot forward, and same thing with that right leg, step it back, drop your knee. And keep your shoulder blades in your back, but don't worry so much about finding a deep stretch. Just work into your legs here. And this time you're going to take that left foot back, find your table, and you can get rid of the blocks here. Just move them to the side. And just start to do some circles in your hips, just kind of around in one direction. Then let them rock around in the other. If there's any tension here, you can start to try to smooth it out. And then take your knees wide. Bring your big toes to touch. Walk your hips back to your heels. And you can grab a block if you'd like. And we're going to come into a child's pose. Let your forehead rest on the block. Let your elbows drop down. Let your shoulders relax. And take a couple of breaths here. I know that child's pose isn't always comfortable for everyone. So if this isn't a comfortable place to be, you can just come up into an upright seated position and close your eyes with us and just breathe. Couple more here. Notice if there's any places where you're holding tension or you're still like gripping with your muscles. Try to relax. We're going to come back up into table. And slide this block over to the side so it's at the ready. And you're going to take your knees closer together, sweep your feet to one side, and come to sit. Take your right leg and you're going to stretch it out in front, and this left foot's just going to step over and across your thigh here. And hug with that right hand, that left knee. Take your left hand behind you. And as you push through your right heel, root into your left foot and just give yourself a twist. It doesn't have to be the twistiest twist of all times. Just let it be gentle. Feel your low back tuck in and up. And then bring yourself through the middle and just take a little tiny counter twist to the other side. Bring it back through the middle and take both legs and stretch them out. You're going to take your hands to either side of your thighs here, lengthen up, and just start to walk yourself forward. And again, it doesn't have to be the deepest stretch you've ever done. Just let your chin drop to your chest. Close your eyes. Walk your hands back underneath you and round yourself up. And then you're going to bend your left knee and step your... No, you're not. You're going to bend your right knee in. And step it across. Okay? Grab for that knee with your left hand. Take your right hand behind you. Lengthen up. And twist. Be gentle with yourself here. Bring it back through center and pause right here. And then take your twist to the left. Come back through the middle, stretch both legs out one more time. A little Paschimottanasana. Gonna lengthen up and work your way to fold. And if you want, maybe you can grab your blocks and stack them up. Oh, that's that's kind of nice. You can hold on to those blocks and just let your forehead rest. And keep your legs active, like 30%. Couple more breaths right here. There's something still rattling around in your brain, something still left from the day. Maybe you can imagine that it's gonna slide through your forehead and into the block. We can dump it out. That connection forehead to block can just blip. I don't know, maybe. And then you can take your hands to the mat and you're gonna round yourself up. From here, you're gonna grab one block, keep it at the ready. You can get rid of the other one. Slide your hands underneath you and you're gonna slide yourself forward. So now you're on this blanket. Oh, and it's kind of heavenly. Feet flat on the mat. Just let your knees rock a little bit side to side. And if you started next to your bed and you wanna get yourself into bed, now you could absolutely do that. Right, from here, you're gonna press into your feet, lift your hips, and slide that block right underneath you. A little supported bridge here. Let the weight of your hips drop down. Your shoulders and let the back of your head sink into the blanket underneath you. You're gonna pull your right knee and give it a catch with both hands. Stretch your left leg out. When you exhale, drop that right foot to the floor. Pull the left knee in. Catch it with both hands. Stretch your right leg out. And take that left foot back down to the mat. Right foot's gonna come next to it. Push into both feet, lift your hips. Slide that block out. Then you're gonna take your feet wide. Let your knees drop in toward each other and pause here. And then let those knees drop over to the right. You can keep your feet wide. When you inhale, bring your knees up through the middle, and when you exhale, let them drop to the other side. Come back up through the middle. Knees are gonna drop over to the right one more time. This time, maybe your right ankle wants to come onto the top of your left thigh. Keep that ankle right where it is. Bring your legs up through the middle and come on into a figure four. Shoulders soft. If this feels too intense for you, you can always take your left foot to the floor and just work your inner thigh away with that left foot rooted. Take your arms out to the sides and just let your legs fall over to the left. And as you push that right foot gently into the floor, spin your chest to the right. That's it. Bring yourself back up through the middle. Take that right leg into a half happy baby, but keep your left foot on the floor. Gorgeous. Set that right foot back down. Take your feet wide again. Knees knock in toward each other. And breathe. And drop them to the left. Take that left ankle on top of your right thigh. You got it. Inhale, bring it up through the middle. Figure four. Right foot right on the mat here or on the bed. Or you can bring your right knee in. Take it deeper in. Let's gently flex that left foot, right? Keep your inner left thigh moving away. Take your arms out to the sides and let your feet and your knees drop over to the right. You can take your right hand and gently press your thigh open, spin your chest to the left. Just working some of the tightness of the day out. And come back up through the middle. Right foot's gonna stay on the mat. Bring this left leg into a half happy baby. You got it. And then take that left foot to the floor. Soles of your feet are going to come together. Let your knees open out to the sides and take a moment to pause here. A little Supta Baddha Konasana. If you want to take your blocks underneath your knees, you can always do that. That feels quite nice. Just feel yourself relax here. One more breath. And you can take your hands to your knees and pull them in here. Slide those feet wide, knees knock in toward each other for another breath. And then you're going to draw your knees in and roll to one side. And come on up. So if you're near a wall, we should have talked about that, but you're going to make your way to a wall. And if you're in bed and you want to slide yourself to the headboard, that works too. We're going to do a little legs up the wall. You can grab one of your other blankets and you're going to put it folded like this. And this one's going to be for your head, right? So we've got extra blankets here. You're going to take a seat on that blanket. Oh. And then take your legs up. And let that other blanket come underneath your head. And just rest here, arms out to the sides. Let your eyes close if they haven't already and just soften. Feel your breath start to soften at the edges. Allow yourself to relax into the floor, the bed, wherever you may be. Couple more breaths right here. And you're going to bend your knees, bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees open toward the wall. Bring your knees together. You're going to roll to one side. And come on back up. And we're going to make our way back to where we started. Going to grab one blanket. Actually, you know what? We're going to take this blanket and fold it a little differently. So grab this blanket and we're going to fold it into thirds. So we got a nice kind of bolster action here, and then we'll do the same thing with the second one. And then we're going to stack the blankets. Okay? And take that right hip to the bottom of the blanket, bolster here, knees bent. You can nestle your feet in. You're going to walk your hands to either side of this blanket, and just for a few moments here, you're going to lay yourself down. You can come onto your right cheek. You can spin onto the left one. Just take a couple breaths here in this really nice, easy, passive twist. And notice if you're tense through your shoulders or you feel like you're still holding yourself up. Try to relax as much as possible. And slide your hands underneath you and just press yourself up. And we're going to spin around. So that left hip comes to this blankety bolster here. Hands to either side. Come on down. You can rest on that one cheek here. Same idea. Feel your shoulders soften. Breathe. Few more breaths right here. If your mind has started to kick it up a notch, try to relax back into your breath. And slide your hands underneath you. Come on up. And you're going to grab this lovely bit of blanket bolster and swing it around. And we're going to rest at last in our Shavasana. So if you're in bed and you want to just grab a pillow, throw it underneath your knees, that works too. And from here, you're just going to lay yourself down. With those blankets underneath your knees, it might feel good to bring the blocks underneath your feet if you're feeling super tense in your low back. Hopefully not. But take a few breaths here. And feel the weight of your body relax down into the support underneath you. And as you breathe here, know that in these moments, right here, in this moment, there's nothing that needs to be done. No goal that needs to be met, no project that needs to be finished. It's just you and your breath. And if you are in bed and you just want to slide off into a sleep, go for it. If you still have a little bit of day left, like you gotta brush your teeth or something, you're gonna start to move your fingers, your toes. And gently hug your knees in. And roll toe inside. And slow and steady with your eyes still closed, press yourself up. Find a comfortable seat. With those eyes still closed, bring your palms together to Anjali Mudra, or hand to your heart and bow your head. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope this brought you some peace and quiet, some readiness for sleep. I look forward to practicing with you again soon. Sweet dreams.